In this video, I'm gonna tell you about what are the influence or the effects of the instant gratification activities that you do in your day-to-day life. That how much it affects your social interactions with other people. But without further ado, we just look at the first. We just look at what are instant gratification activities that I'm talking. Th- For me, this is the instant gratification activities that I'm talking about. Okay, these are the things 1 to 4 and lot of things like all this 11, and you can just stop it and watch it cause this is not that much of an important thing for me cause you already watched a lot of videos and you already know what are the instant gratification activities. In this video, I'm just going to tell you about the effects it makes on your social interactions and the solution for it to overcome. And actually, the simplest solution for that is for any instant gratification is doing delayed gratification activities. The delayed gratification activities are like meditation and healing your traumas and etc. And a lot of the other things that I mentioned here. And each and everything is an important. And in the fifth one, reading books outside of your system. What I mentioned here is if you are studying in a school or you are studying in college, in your university, I mean, you shouldn't just read the books from your system. That is the system I'm talking about. You need to read books from outside. For example, you can just go and buy some books like this and anything, right? And that is the book that is nearby to me. So I just showed it. You need to go and read, explore many things, and find the true essential things and focus on them. By doing those activities, you these activities increase your self-worth, self-love, and you respect yourself more because you are doing those good habits which are helpful for you in the future. It is called as delayed gratification because it doesn't make give you pleasure at that moment, but it definitely gonna give a tremendous amount of pleasure in the future. And yeah, that is what I mentioned here. And let's come to the part of what is the effects that make the instant gratifications makes on the social interactions. Being on the phone makes you repulse you to approach you. For this thing, let's see this example. Just if you're commuting to work or commuting to school or university, when you judge the people, you will be always like using their phone. And a simplest example for a better example that I can give is it is very much order to go and talk to someone who is on their phone, who is using their phone, having the headphones on, and it is a very bit awkward and go and talk, especially if that is a stranger, and especially if that was your woman, you're gonna piss your pants at that moment, and you'll be like, I'm gonna go and talk. Well, the actual solution is you just go and talk, but you're the one who is being fearful. You can watch that video about how to overcome fear in my past videos. You can scroll down, subscribe to my channel, and watch that video. That will be more helpful to overcome the fear of going and speaking and miss the opportunities by dumb scrolling. You always doom scroll. Oh, doom scroll. Okay, you always watch doom scrolling on internet continuously. Like even at the night times like this, you'll be just using your phone, even on the even on the times when you are outside around people. But you wanted to be social with people, or you can be social with people when you are being in a social situation and you are in a social media. You are consuming social media content instead of being social with the society. That is an actual problem, and you need to really have that that problem actually needs a focus, attention, and your time. And here's a little story. The girl I met the other day. Okay, this is the time she was in my bus, and that is the first day I met her. Okay, so she was on her phone continuously, and of course, being on your phone makes you feel repulsive. She's not using her phone for, she's not doom scrolling. At least for God's sake, she doesn't doom scroll. She's just listening to music. So I wanted to actually talk to her because, of course, she looks beautiful. I wanted to talk with her, but it's a lit. There's a lot of resistance there cause I know how you feel during those situations. Cause of course there no one is perfect. We all feel resistance, but in different forms of levels. And the videos I'm gonna post is to reduce the resistance anyways. When I'm gonna go and talk to her, that was in the morning time. I when we even get out of the bus and entering into the university, I saw she still puts her headphones on and she's walking. She's walking that way, and I'm just seeing her here. And she just accidentally, she just gave a glance at me, and I was like, "Hi." And that was the opening that I said, and we just introduce ourselves and every other things. Just asked her to come to during the break time, come to the canteen, and I actually tried to book a date on the same meet, but doesn't went in a positive way. I mean, she doesn't being angry or rude or something, anything. We just talked, we shared numbers. She's a good friend of mine even right now, cause I lost interest or something. Anyways, so what am I trying to convey to you from this story is that you may miss some opportunities. If I was, if she was doom scrolling, I wouldn't even approach her because it will be a lot more resistance. It's not easy to go and grab her phone. Hey, what you doing, Bish? It's not like that. It's more troublesome, and it happens to you too. If I was the guy who was doom scrolling during that time, instead I was reading essentialism book during that time in my during commuting hours, cause I don't have time for reading cause of the university. Okay, anyways, so I just want, if I was the guy who was doom scrolling that time, I wouldn't even have noticed that, and I couldn't just go up and spoken to her and got a little good friend of mine. Maybe if I did something else, she would have been my girlfriend also. But I don't want her to be my girlfriend, to be honest. She's a great woman without anything. And you hate yourself because you are doing those bad habits. You know that I mentioned the bad habits, instant gratification activities that I mentioned. You hate yourself because you are being binge eating on junk. It's the junk food and mindless scrolling or anything in the list. You hate yourself at some certain points, some certain levels. You hate yourself. Your parents, your parents scold you. Your teachers scold you for that. Nearly every people just except your loser friends you are being around with. Everyone else is scolding you for doing those activities. Video games over outdoor games. That is the thing. Video games over outdoor games and porn over love. That is the thing that is happening to our generation right now. Do you realize that you never wanted to watch porn? You just wanted some love and intimacy in your life. You never wanted to play some video games. You just wanted some accomplishment and brotherhood in your life. But in the real world, it is very hard to conquer. It is very hard to get those things in the real world. But in the virtual world, the modern companies and modern evil companies, they do they did things like this to make you addicted to them, because they know those video games that you're gonna play, you are not a, of course you're not a bitch, you're not gonna go and play Candy Crush. I hope so. If you're playing Candy Crush, go and check your testosterone level, bro. If you, the video games you're gonna play is like about war, about fighting, mostly that is the type of the video games that you're gonna play with. But imagine what you are doing in the real life. You are a loser in your real life when compared to the video game that you are playing in. You are not as much as confident as you in the video game, going straight into the enemy squad and bashing the each and everyone, doing headshots with a fucking pan. But you can't do anything in your real life. You can't fight. You have a skinny fat body type and nearly everything. Those evil companies make profit out of their natural desires. These are their natural desires to go and play with your friends. You just want some accomplishment. You wanted to be successful. Like when you reach level 5, level 10, level 20, level 100 in your video games, you will be so much happy. I have finished level 100 and you have some pride on you, like, oh, I reached Grandmaster League, I reached Heroic. Unlike that, in your real life, you also feel the same thing in it. Very much high pleasure. In real life, it is more pleasurable. I was like you before. But in this video, I'm not gonna talk a lot of about lots of the things about that, because you are the one, you really need to change yourself. And one of the other thing that makes me feel actually like, what is wrong with them? Like guys messaging online instead of talking in real life. Like, of course, I'm not talking bad about it. Don't never have to go and talk in talk online like using Instagram or WhatsApp. Go and messaging them. I'm not talking completely bad about it. Yeah, it is crucial in many times. Like when you're not seeing it, you need to go and call her at the night or something. I mean, messaging. It's especially for girls. Especially to girls. I'm talking here. Okay, don't get me wrong. For me, I think when you look at, if you just have a look at any girl's mobile, you just look at the DMs of a girl, you can literally see there's been like minimum 10 to 12 unopened chats. Your chance is not gonna make, there'll be at least like 10 guys out there on a phone who wants her to see your message. I'm talking a little fluttering out there, but let me be clear. There are gonna be multiple amount of guys who wants to message her. They message her and she doesn't gonna open a lot of the chats, and she will just keep the chats unopened. Even in my class, even right now, there's a girl who's next to me. Okay, she just has the WhatsApp chats unopened. I asked her why you don't even open the WhatsApp chats, and she said, "No, I just want to keep it that way. It looks nice. Like when you open her phone, her WhatsApp says there's 100 messages out there. You wanted to be one in the 100. There's actually a better way to do it. Instead of talking messaging on online, there's a one guy in my bus. Okay, he doesn't come anymore. That's kind of sus. Anyways, okay. I'm just laughing. Sorry, bro. He once messaged a girl that whether he can go and talk to her in real life. He never went and asked or talked to the girl even once in his life in real life. I mean, in the real world, but in the virtual world, I mean, the virtual world is using Instagram and WhatsApp. It just went up and going and messaging her and saying like whether I can talk to you in your real life like that. Like, come on, bro, you can just go and speak to her. She's just sitting next to you. Why are you fucking messaging her? Bro, fucking it's fucking hilarious to me. Like when the person you wanted to speak is just next to you like this, and you doesn't go and speak to them. Like you can still say, "Hi, I'm Jeshwant," and by the way, I'm Jeshwant, and you can literally just go and speak to them, just freely and easily. But nearly everyone be like so much weird for me at least, cause I don't use Instagram. I stopped using Instagram for past 3 years. Yeah, it's about nearly 3 years since I had a traumatic break, traumatic break, outbreak, breakup. Yeah, I just forgot the word. Yeah, I had a traumatic breakup in the Instagram app. So it feels like an a never don't go situation, don't go place to message any girls because I've made a lot of girlfriends, not lot of, at least one girlfriend out of Instagram. So stopped Instagram completely, and I don't message people a lot of times. I just talk in real life a lot of times and just message at night times for with some people. And I used to be an Instagram addict, of course. Before that, or before the 3 years, I used to be an Instagram addict, and I also been in the same situation like them. But I completely changed after doing those delayed gratification activities. This video is getting 18 minutes. You will be much more happier because of your baseline dopamine. Your baseline dopamine is the thing that causes you to be happy. If dopamine is an hormone, it produces. Okay, this is think it is like a graph. Wait, let me draw it to you. Okay, um, this is your baseline dopamine. Dopamine is an hormone that is secreted in your brain that makes you happy or happy. That gives an happy feeling and energetic, surprised feeling. Okay, this is a dopamine. It goes up, it goes down, goes up and goes down in your normal day-to-day life. But when you are succumbing to instant gratification activities, you already watched a lot of videos about it, so I don't have to tell you a lot. But if you are sticking to this video for this long, this might be helpful for you, and it's fine reversing some topics. During the instant gratification activities, your baseline dopamine will be so much higher. Like it goes so up and it goes so down that your baseline drops from year to year. Your new baseline forms here. The more the baseline drops down, the more unhappy you are. The more the baseline drops up, how you can make it happen? Like if it goes, if your happiness very high, your base happiness will go low. If your during delayed gratification activities, oh, we can do it. During delayed gratification activities, your baseline dopamine. During delayed gratification activities, your current time of pleasure will be like this much amount of time, and you get a little bit down cause you will be in pain for doing those instant gratification activities. Like if you're meditating for 20 minutes per day, you'll be like, when it will be end. Oh no, I shouldn't think. I need to focus on breath, and you'll be like that, and you do, and after a certain point, your your baseline dopamine will be dropped much down. Actually, it drops down on delayed gratification and goes up on the instant gratification activities. Like how much you, this is the band, this is this thing. If you pull it down, and it will be just go up, but not in the same height as it has been before. Okay, that is the thing that I wanted to tell you about right now. So, at long term, you will be grateful for yourself because you are helping yourself out of the rut and making yourself happier. And you will get friends as similar as you. You attract what you are. You can, if you are being a delayed gratification person, you will get a good amount, not only a good amount, but a quality amount of friends. Of course, doing instant gratification activities, you get a lot of friends, but most of them are succumbed losers who you never even wanted in your life. So it's up to you that to decide what type of friends that you want in your life. Of course, if you stick with the loser group, if the friends just go and drink every each and every day, even though you are a non-drinker, once after a few days you're just gonna go and try it, and you'll be get addicted to it. Just like one of my friend is still my friend, but I don't go out and do a lot of activities with them because he is living a long far away from here. I actually casually meet him once a month, maybe. He's a non-drinker and non-smoker, and he already always say like I'd never gonna smoke or drink. But his friends, they were also my close friends, of course. But when he was going out with them, he casually started to go and smoke, and he started to drink. I actually feel really bad for him, and I don't want you to be like that. I want you to be better, and you can even get in a relationship, an amazing relationship that can be a long-term relationship. If you're doing delayed gratification activities, those things I mentioned here, you can take a screenshot of this, and I will share an PDF, share this in a PDF format for you, but there will be a watermark on that